guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a monthly favorites. It's been since November, I think, since I've done one, so I'm excited. I am literally the definition of the Hot Mess Express today. It just is what it is. I was worried about how distracting that was gonna be of the plant blowing in the wind of the air conditioning, but I wasn't gonna turn it off, but it just turned off on its own. I have so much acid reflux that I have water at the ready. My throat is on fire and it's awful. If you've missed it, I've been a little bit MIA. I just had probably the worst week of my life. I'm gonna tell a story about poop. If you don't care about that, skip ahead like 4 minutes. If you follow me on Instagram, I updated you there. Definitely if you care anything at all about this pregnancy or me, follow me on Instagram because I update you more frequently there. Like when I give birth, you will know there first. It's just easier. So I kind of updated Instagram in the midst of the week on where I was because I felt extremely missing in action. But basically I was, it's not a nice story. I was chronically constipated. I didn't go poop for 11 days. 11 days. I started noticing around like 3 days that I hadn't gone, and then I got the urge on like the 4th or 5th day and I tried to go, and this is so gross, but whatever, I don't care. I tried to go and it just quite literally would not come out. So I called my doctor the next day. They told me a bunch of things to try. I literally tried Miralax, Colace 3 times a day, both those at the same time. Milk of magnesia, which I was shocked didn't work because the reviews on that were like, yeah, you will get a colon cleanse from that, which was also so gross. I tried the Calm magnesium tea. I tried hot lemon water every morning and night, baths, exercise, prunes, prune juice, an all produce diet. Nothing was working, which I kind of knew was gonna happen because this is so gross, but like, those are all stool softeners. You can't take like the heavy duty laxatives in pregnancy just because it's not safe for your baby. But I was like, the stool or the poop is already, it was like stuck in you know where. Like, how is it gonna soften when it's already ready and there? So I kind of had a feeling. So I just kept up. Some days I would feel okay, some days I would feel a lot of pain, and I just kept up with all the laxatives. I kept texting my doctor, my OBGYN, and everybody's like, yeah, it's really common, it's really common. Nobody was really like helping. So on the 11th day, I was so uncomfortable and my appetite started to go. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the ER in hopes of an enema. Because I didn't know how, I had never done an enema. I didn't know that they were so easy to get for yourself. I thought they had to be performed by a butt doctor and all this. You can literally buy them yourself. So I went to the ER. Everybody was like really concerned, which made me so anxious. Like, you haven't pooped in 11 days. Like, yes, aren't you supposed to like comfort me? But they gave me a hydrating IV of fluids, which didn't make me feel any different. And then they ran blood work. Me and baby were totally fine. I was just clogged up. And then they gave me some more nasty shit to drink, and I refused them in the hospital. I'm like, I have been trying this. It's not working. I need an enema. And so they were like, we don't do that here, but you could go get one. So after an enema and the most painful and traumatizing 2 hours of mine and Bradley's and probably Ludo's lives, I got it out. And whoa, it was intense. It was really painful. So that was 2 days ago. And then yesterday, to be quite honest, I couldn't stop shitting. I was just a fountain of poop. And I was so excited to be pooping by myself that I was like texting everybody. I woke up Bradley after I pooped. I was like, I did it. I had a healthy movement this morning. So I said this on Instagram, which I can't believe I'm sharing all this, but honestly, like, nobody has told me crap about pregnancy. They're just like, oh, it's beautiful and it's lovely. It isn't. It's a bunch of horse shit, which I'm sure it'll be worth it, but it's just so much stuff that like I didn't know. So I'm gonna be open and honest because nobody told me about this. And of course, when she mentioned, she was like, yeah, I dealt with that. I'm like, well, why didn't you speak up and let me know? And so I got a lot of questions like, did the doctors tell you why it happened? Nobody told me why. I think it's a mixture of just, it's very common at this stage in pregnancy. Next coming Sunday will be my 3rd trimester. So I know that 3rd trimester, you can get constipated. I have the pelvis thing, the SPD, where my pelvis is stretched and ready for birth too soon, which is very painful, and I feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it. And also I read that anti-acid medication can stop you up in which that's why I'm dying today, because I'm trying not to take the medication I've been taking because I'm afraid that that's what it was. So this is a long intro to a favorites video and way more than you clicked for. So my first favorite of the day are enemas. I'm totally kidding. But honestly, my experience was traumatic because I was quite literally clogged up, but it's very helpful if it's something that you deal with or have dealt with and the other stuff is not working. So I guess it is a favorite. Like I said, it's been a really rough 2 weeks, but we can stop talking about my butthole and my poop now, and who knows, I may cut all of that out. It was a lot of information. But you know what? Everybody poops, everybody's got a butthole, and sometimes it just gets clogged. So I've been gone because I've literally been full of shit, but I'm back now. I don't feel the best. All of yesterday, which was the day after, I was pretty much shitting every 20 minutes. And I told Bradley, I feel like the day after you have a stomach flu where you feel better, but you're still recovering. Like, I had an appetite, but eating was hard because I just quite literally was just, if I took a bite of something, I needed to go to the bathroom immediately. And my body was so tired from just evacuating that out of my body. It literally, and I'm not even kidding, it made me less afraid of birth because at least that comes out of a hole that dilates. And drugs, so, okay. Anywho, this is gonna be a favorites video. It's been a long time since I've done one, and this could have been even longer, and I could have like piled on a lot of things, but I tried to make it so it wouldn't be 45 minutes, even though I just talked about poop for 11 minutes of your life. So I tried to just incorporate things that I'm really loving right now and not things that you may have missed over the last few months, because I feel like I have been talking about them in other videos, vlogs and whatnot. Like, you guys, you were tired, I bet, of hearing how much I love my UGG slippers, which like would have been in a favorites, you know what I mean? And I am going to try and get back on the Friday faves because I love doing those on my Instagram. I do little Instagram stories called Friday faves where I basically share like 4 or 5 things that I've been loving throughout the week, or I do them every other week if I can't come up with 5 things, because oftentimes like who's using a lot of things, especially now, like I literally just chill all the time. So okay, let's start with what I'm wearing, because everything I'm wearing is a fave. This video is kindly sponsored by Ana Luisa. I'm sure they're pleased to be sponsored. A video that started about poop. But you know what? Pregnancy problems, am I right? Oh, I also meant to say that my nails are literally atrocious, so don't look at them. It almost stopped me from filming, but I was like, you know what? You're about to have a newborn. We can't let nasty nails stop you from filming because you'll probably never film. So we're gonna have to let that go, okay? So don't look at them. But as you guys know, I'm an Ana Luisa ambassador. I've been working with them, I think, a little over a year now, and I am just so obsessed with their pieces. They are a jewelry company. They offer like really high quality pieces at very affordable prices. They're a very sustainable jewelry company. They use really great quality and the like noblest of metals, and I haven't been disappointed by a piece at all yet. So I'm wearing my new favorite combo right now. In my first hole, I have my mini organic pearls, which I talk about literally nonstop. I wear them pretty much every day. They're my favorite whether I wear them as just by themselves in my first hole, as a accent piece in my second piercing hole. My hole sounds weird, especially after everything we talked about. Just the mini organic pearls are my absolute favorite from them. They are real freshwater pearls, and they're only $75, which I think is such a fair price point for real fresh pearls, and they're beautifully constructed. I have a pair of pearls from Tiffany's that I have to re-glue every so often, and I have never had a problem with these. They are just so well made and put together that they're never going to fall apart or anything. So I love these. And then a new addition and a new arrival for them are these Tiara minis. They actually have these in 2 different sizes. They have the small and the mini, but I wanted it to be pretty much the same size as my pearls, so I got the mini size. They're $49, but they're 14 karat gold, so they're not going to turn your ears green or anything. I've like never had an irritation problem with any of their jewelry. You guys also know I love pairing my mini organic pearls with the Cassie earring, which have the really cute, just kind of diamond stud, and then the hoop that swoops through and comes out the other side. I love them. They have really pretty dangly earrings. They kind of just have something for everybody, but all of it is very just kind of like dainty and minimal and perfect for everyday wear. This month was my first time getting some rings from them because they had some beautiful new arrivals. So the first ring is called the Haley, and it's this beautiful gold situation where it has 2 little studs that kind of, the ring doesn't close. It's not like adjustable or anything, but it just has an opening, and the 2 little diamond studs kind of meet each other there. It is so cute. Again, 14 karat gold, and then the little studs are white topaz. It is so beautiful. I actually got this in up a size than my ring finger to wear on my middle finger, but I'm pregnant and I'm bloated, so she's on that finger for now. Oh, and this ring is $59. And then another ring that I'm loving, it comes in this really cute little, just nice pouch. I'll just stack it right on top of it so you can see. It's this little paisley ring. It's kind of like a little baguette shape. And again, it's gold, and then it has the white topaz as the accent. But I'm loving the rings. I'm like, I used to be really weird about rings, but these are just so dainty and minimal, like perfect for every day that I love them. And again, this one is $59 as well. If you are interested in checking out any of the pieces I've shown or many, many more, you can go to the link, which I will have linked in the description box, but it's analuisa.com/AmyLynn, and use the code AmyLynn10 for 10% off of your order. The prices are already great, and then a discount on top of it is amazing. So they're just great. I love the company. I know this is sponsored, but sponsored or not, I truly they are the best people to work with, and I truly, truly love my jewelry pieces. So definitely check them out. And yeah, happy shopping, happy jewelry shopping. I truly love it. So thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring. I'll have that link down below, and yeah. And then also what I'm wearing, my dress is a favorite. Let me know if you guys want, I mentioned doing a maternity haul, and I think you guys said you did want it, but I don't remember. Let me know if you'd want a maternity haul, because I did do just kind of like, I think I'm done now. Just clothes I can wear with a belly, you know? I will say a lot of it is from ASOS Maternity. I am obsessed. Target Maternity has kind of been a fail in my eyes. I thought that it would solve all my problems. I'm like, I'll just get everything at Target. It has not been that way. ASOS Maternity has been incredible. And so this is their maternity smock dress with the ruffle sleeves. I literally have it in every color. I have this blue, I have pink, red, black, green polka dots, a blue floral. Like, it is the most comfy thing ever. And I feel like it's a dress that I would normally wear. I know you can't see it, but I just love the sleeves. It is so cute. It is so flowy and comfortable. The fabric feels great, and I just literally live in them. So this is definitely a favorite of pregnancy, the season. And I'm actually really delighted that in my bigger stage is spring and summer, which will be miserable because I'll be so hot, and I'm already aware of that. But clothing wise, I love that I can just like wear a dress and not worry about pants, because pants even still are just so uncomfortable. Even if they like have the stretchy band, like it's just not what I want on my body at the moment. Dress is all the way. So I'm excited to have picked some up, and I can definitely film that maternity haul if there's enough interest. So just let me know, because there's some cute shit in it. Really cute. I feel like normally in these videos we start off with nail polish, so I wanted to include one, even though, to be honest, the last few polishes I've used I haven't like totally loved, or they've been repeats. Like right now I'm wearing one of my favorite colors, which looks like crap, but it's the Susie and the Arctic Fox color. It's one of my faves. Oh, the air came back on. That's gonna be distracting. Just pretend we're like outside together, like in the tropics. There's a light wind, okay? But anyway, the OPI Hollywood collection came out, and it is such a good collection. And I'm actually planning on, I was gonna get my nails done today, but with my stomach being the way it is, I was like, let's not do that. But when I can't get my nails done, I'm gonna try, I think maybe the yellow from the collection, because I'm obsessed. Oh, I did try the green as well, and I liked it, but not as much as I liked this. So this is from the Hollywood collection. This one is called Hollywood and Vibe. This is such a good, just staple, all the time color for every skin tone. It is so beautiful. It kind of reminds me of like Mod About You, but a little bit more muted. Mod About You, to me, is like a really light pink mixed with white, so it's very vibrant on your nails. This is kind of the same situation. It's a very light pink, but it's a bit more of like a lavender, a bit more muted, and it is stunning. I had it on my toes for a while. I totally loved it. Of course, I had it on my nails, and I just absolutely loved it. I think I Instagrammed it, which I'll insert the picture so you can see it. But if you're looking for a good staple light pink, I think this will flatter just everybody's skin tone. I have some makeup favorites, but not a ton. And I did do a massive, ridiculous beauty haul, which I will link up in the corner. But I have been so bad about trying the things that I bought. I just realized I forgot to put deodorant on. Oh well, I'll do it after. But I do have some newer things to me that I've been loving. I've mentioned these a couple times, but I love them so much that I needed to mention them in a favorites video officially. Both from Nude Sticks. Actually, I have 3 favorites from Nude Sticks, but these two kind of go together. I mentioned that I'm obsessed with Taylor Frankel. She goes live on the Nude Sticks Instagram, and she does her makeup, and her skin just always looks incredible, and the products look like they go on so like flawlessly, and I was like, I need those. So I got the Tinted Cover Foundation. I am in the shade Nude 2.5. This is just the type of face product I prefer to wear on most days. I do have like foundations I like for, I don't know, I have all types of things I like, but when I'm reaching for something for just like an everyday wear, I do like something like this. So I would say this is a little bit heavier than a BB cream. It's a little bit thicker, and you could layer this, which I really like. So one layer kind of gives you the same look as like my NYX BB cream, which you guys know I love, which is still my all-time favorite and half the price of this, so take that with what you will. But I do really, really like this. I'm wearing it today. I built it up a little bit today just because I was filming. It builds so nicely. I don't really have to set it, which I love. We'll see as we go into the summer months because I am a face sweater, you know. The mustache sweats quite a bit. But I love the application. It's so smooth. It just looks like my skin, but a little more perfected. So I am thoroughly enjoying this, and then to go along with it is their new concealer, which I loved their old pencil concealer, which they still have, but this is more of like a creamy concealer for under your eyes. This is the Nudestix Cream Concealer. It's in a push tube, but it has a doe foot applicator. I love the packaging and the application. It goes on so beautifully. I use my Morphe buffing brush for the tinted moisturizer or whatever this is called. And normally with an under eye concealer, I would use like a sponge, but I've just been so lazy lately that I just go in with that same Morphe foundation brush, which I'll link down below under these two products. It's my standby, it's my favorite. And I just use that and it works so well. So I'll just take a little bit of this concealer under my eyes and down my nose on days that I'm in the mood, and I love it. I didn't even set it today and it's not creasing. Like, I just love these products. And NudeFix is a great company as far as like ingredients go, and they really pay attention to skincare. It uses like higher quality ingredients, and just it's good for your skin makeup, which I really appreciate. And then another thing from Nudestix that I actually bought during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. This is the Nudies All Over Face color, which I like these. I love the highlights that I've tried. I do have one blush, I think, that I also love. Hadn't tried a bronzer, so I tried Bondi Bay, and I love it. If you've never seen these, they're a stick. They have the cream color on one side, and then the other they have a brush to blend it out, which is so cool, and you can actually take the brush off to clean it, which is necessary. But I am loving this so much. So this is the bronzer I'm wearing today. I just put some, you know, my cheeks, my forehead, my jaw, my nose, where I put bronzer. You guys know I love my Chanel cream bronzer, but besides that, I don't have a ton of cream bronzers. This is so good. So, so good. And again, I've watched Taylor Frankel use it. Taylor Frankel is like the co-founder and the face of Nudestix, and she does a lot of makeup tutorials, like I said. She uses this all the time, and it just is so beautiful. And so I was happy that it just goes on so nicely, it blends out so nicely, and then it stays put, and it looks nice all day. So I am just loving this. And then lastly, a very random favorite. This is from a new brand I've never tried. This is Kaja. I think that's how you say it. K-A-J-A, Kaha, perhaps. This is a little trio of eyeshadows, which first of all, the packaging is genius. So you get 3 eyeshadows in this. This is in the shade Orange Blossom. I saw Jessica Braun mention a product from them. I don't remember if it was eyeshadow or blush, but I just loved the idea of the packaging because this is still so slim, but you get 3 shades. So we have this kind of highlight champagne shade, which is actually what I have on my lids today. Then I think my favorite one is kind of just like coppery, like rose gold, beautiful bronze color. And then the bottom one is another wearable shade, but a little bit darker, kind of like a chocolatey shimmery color. I just love these, and like I've been saying for a while, I've started to steer clear of my palettes and just reach for like smaller pot shadows, and I love them. I actually went to Sephora looking for that new, which they didn't have, they were sold out of, the new Selena Gomez Rare Beauty eyeshadow palette. I think is so beautiful. I'm stepping away from palettes, but it's like a smaller palette, and I just think the colors are so pretty, and I really, really want it. They didn't have that, but this caught my eye, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna try it, and I am loving it. It's just easy breezy, just swipe it on your lids and be done makeup, which is what I'm living for these days, if I even wear makeup. So let's talk about skincare. What I have been doing not all of pregnancy. First trimester, I couldn't stand the scent of anything, but once I could stand it, I wanted to keep up with my skincare and just keep my skin as nice as possible. So first thing I'm currently loving, and it's taking me forever to use, which I really appreciate, because I know this product is somewhat expensive, I think. To be completely honest, I think they sent this to me. I'm not quite sure. But this is the Fresh Black Tea Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence. It's an anti-pollution and age delay kind of essence. When I first tried this, I was like, I don't know if it's doing anything, but I decided once I moved in and I unpacked the bathroom and I got everything organized and situated, I have so much skincare that I want to try and use up, which I did a whole video of unpacking the bathroom. I will link that up in the corner. It's a good one if you like time lapses and organizing. And so I was like, you know what? I really want to like try this every day and see what I think. I don't know. I love the anti-pollution and like age delay situation that it says. Who knows if it's actually doing that? But my skin feels so soft and smooth after I've been using this. I've been using this like for 2 months straight, every morning. I don't use it at night, just at morning because I'm not going outside at night for the pollution. But I just like the idea of like an essence for my face. So what I do is just kind of got this little like, you know, spout situation. I just put it directly in my hands, rub it together, and then rub it all over my face. And it smells so good, it feels good. You can smell the black tea, which I really like. It's like light and subtle and just kind of natural smelling, and I really like it. But I've really been loving the way my skin looks on days when I use this, which has been every day. I just did a sponsored video with them. This video is not sponsored by them. But Saturday Skin, which I was so excited to work with them. It's my self-care routine or whatever I called it. I will link it up in the corner. This product is amazing. This is their Rub-A-Dub Refining Peel Gel. It literally, you use it on clean, dry skin. So it is hard to use it in the shower. Sometimes I have to like step out and pat my face and my hands dry because it really does work better if things are dry. It's one of those things where you work it into your skin and it starts to literally melt away your dead skin right then and there, which is crazy. And I had somebody comment in that video like, you know, disappointingly, if you use those products on anything, it just kind of does that. It's not your actual skin. I tried it on my countertop. It didn't do anything. It is my skin coming off my face. It is crazy. I love it so much. I wish I could use it every day, but it's only for like 1 to 2 times a week. But again, I love it. You guys know I love a good exfoliant, and something cool like this where I can literally see my skin, dead skin cells coming off, is so amazing. And I love the packaging with the little rubber duck. Doesn't matter, but it's cute. I've been totally loving another past sponsor, but a product I genuinely love and use every day is the Tula Protect and Glow. It's a sunscreen essentially. I like several things about this. I love the way it feels. It's pregnancy safe, which is great. To be honest, I'm kind of confused about sunscreens with pregnancy. I know it's important to use them because you need kind of like a lot more sunscreen while you're pregnant. So I am sure to wear this every single day. It's SPF 30, so it's not like a huge amount, but it's definitely helpful for under your makeup. But something awesome about this is it leaves like a glow to your skin. Not like a scary, like super glittery glow. It just has like a little bit of shimmer in it. Even when I don't wear makeup, my skin looks nice because this just adds a glow to it. It's incredible. It smells amazing. Tula's whole thing is they have probiotics in all their skincare to like prevent water loss and stuff from your skin. This has pineapple and papaya to help promote even skin tone, which I love that. That is the combination that in the Kate Somerville exfoliant that I love. And it also has ginger root in it to protect against blue light, which is, it's just a great product. I love this. I use it every single day on top of my moisturizer just to give my skin extra protection if I'm just gonna be out and about. If I'm like going outside for like, I don't know, I've been having swim days at my brother's house or just we're gardening, I put on some more protection, but just for every day I'm gonna be somewhat outside, I've been using this and I love it. And then good old Aquaphor, I didn't need to mention this because I've talked about it in so many videos now, but it's really truly the only thing I can use on my lips right now just because I'm so sensitive to scents and tastes as I am pregnant. But literally in my first trimester, my sister FaceTimed me and she was like, Amy, your lips look like you died 2 weeks ago. And I was like, I know, I just can't stand putting anything on them. Like even my favorite Young Living grapefruit, like the citrus bothered me and I could not stand putting anything on it. And Jessica Braun talks about this all the time. Just the regular Aquaphor healing ointment, not their lip treatment for your lips. And so I think my sister was like, what about, you know, like Aquaphor or something that doesn't have a scent or anything. So I ordered it on Amazon and I have not looked back. This lives by my bed constantly. I'm always putting it on. I don't put on anything else on my lips still, just because, I don't know, it's right with my nose and my taste buds. So like, you know, I just want to be careful and not make myself sick or irritated, but it's preservative and fragrance free. You can use it on anything. It says for dry, cracked, and irritated skin. So like your heels, your elbows, your lips, your butthole after a traumatic experience. I know I can use this on my baby. Just loving the Aquaphor. And this huge thing was $9 and will take me forever to use up. Some body care faves. This is my new favorite thing. This is the Aveeno Skin Relief Body Wash in the coconut scent, and it says it soothes itchy, dry skin, which I definitely have dry skin. I feel like in pregnancy though, my skin has been a little less dry, which is fantastic, but normally my skin is very dry, especially like on my legs. It's like I could put on lotion and still have crocodile legs, you know, like the skin where it's like so reptile-y. I'm also pretty bad at putting on lotion, I'm not gonna lie, so that's probably my fault. But anyway, I'm really picky about shower gels right now. I've noticed that scents that still bother me are the repetitive scents. So it'll be something like a candle I walk by every day that at first I think it smells really good, but then after 2 weeks I'm like, oh my god, I cannot smell that again. So with a shower gel, it's kind of been that situation. It's not nearly as bad as first trimester where like I would literally make Bradley shower again if he used something that I couldn't stand the way it smelled. It's just kind of irritating. Like I think I don't know how it works, but I think certain smells I smelled in first trimester that made me sick, I'll never be able to smell again without feeling nauseous. I don't know how it works, but I think now, since I get sick of, I'll be able to tolerate again. But that being said, I haven't been too picky about what I use because I don't want to ruin any of my favorite shower gels. My in-laws gave me a little pack of, they got it on sale somewhere, I don't know. I opened it, I smelled it. I think it smells incredible. It smells fantastic. It's just very summery because it's coconut. Coconut is one smell that hasn't bothered me at all during pregnancy, so maybe I'll never get tired of this. I don't know. So I tried it, but I'm actually really loving it on my skin. Like it's very, I don't know, it lathers nicely. It's like I said, moisturizing. It smells good, and I'm just loving using it. It says as gentle as fragrance-free, but is it actually fragrance-free? It's a weird way to word that, isn't it? I don't see any fragrance in it, so I don't know. But I love it, and I know Aveeno is one of the more like better brands for your skin at the drugstore. One of my absolute favorites for this video is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil. I know I've talked about this quite a few times. I'm actually almost out, and I've already repurchased it. This is what I'm choosing to use as my belly butter, if you will, to make sure I don't get stretch marks. I did get stretch marks before I started using this, just like right here on my boobs. That was in like week 12 when I had no idea that my boobs were already growing. So I immediately like did some research. I saw like a TikTok of somebody recommending this, and I love it. So it's an oil, but it's whipped. So it's like a body butter, but it's not as heavy as a body butter, which is perfect for the spring and the summer. I got no scent for the first time around, but so many of you told me like the vanilla apricot scent is really nice. So I got that for my second jar, which I'll have to dip into probably tomorrow. But it is just so good. It is amazing. And I was honestly kind of worried that like I would go through it super fast because I was going through it super fast, but it kind of, I don't know, it worked out. It lasted me all of second trimester, so a few months. And I'm really enjoying this. Even if you're not pregnant, it's a beautiful body lotion. But if you do have a growing belly and you don't want to get stretch marks, this has already worked wonders for me. I'll obviously keep you updated as I'm not done growing. I'm about to hit the miserable stage, so we'll see, but loving it so far. I have a random hair favorite. This is the Trader Joe's dry shampoo, which is such a revelation. It's exciting that they have a dry shampoo. I don't love a lot of the Trader Joe's beauty stuff. You guys know that it's like either hit or miss with me, but this was surprisingly and welcomingly a hit. So what I instantly love about it is it's not an aerosol can. It's a literal pump, which I'm gonna pump it. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Did you see that? You saw that. So it pumps out the dry shampoo. It says our non-aerosol formula is suitable for all hair types and safe for color treated hair. What I will say is well, to be fair, I'm barely washing my hair these days, so I'm expecting a lot from it. But I think because of the way it spritzes, I have to use a lot of it, but I don't mind because I really like the formula. I'm really weird about dry shampoo if it's too powdery. It makes me feel dirty, like my hands feel dirty if I feel like it gets in my mouth. It's like this whole weird thing I have with dry shampoos. This does not do that. It soaks up the oil beautifully in my hair, and I just really, really like it. So I wanted to mention it as a more affordable dry shampoo option, not drugstore, but at Trader Joe's, which is honestly better because I'm there more buying groceries. So if I love the beauty stuff that I have from that I just throw in my cart when I'm there. And I know this is on the newer side. It's not quite new. I think it came out back in like November or something, but I finally tried it and I'm loving it, so I wanted to let you know. And then, okay, lastly, we have some bath favorites and then I'll stop talking. So I have some bath favorites and surprisingly none of them are from Lush. Isn't that weird? So the first one is actually an empty, which I need to film an empties video so bad. I will do that soon. This is from Whole Foods, the 365 brand. This is the Rose Petal Epsom salt. This smells so good. I've been trying to add Epsom salt to my baths when I think to do it because it is just so beneficial for your body. It's just like an easy step to take that is helping you so much and you don't even know. But the rose scent was so incredible. This lasted me a while too, even though it's like a smaller bag, and I love it. It's made with pink Himalayan salt and essential oils. Smells great. Loved it. I love bath time, so this was just incredible. I will definitely be repurchasing this. I have some more bath salts, if you will. I did a whole basin haul, which if I still have cards, I will link that up in the corner, where I talked about, the Lush scents for me right now are a little bit too sweet. Ooh, the baby just kicked and that felt weird. They're just not the kind of scents I'm into right now, and so I was craving basin scents, which are a little bit more like aromatherapy to me. So I made a big basin haul and I was obsessed. I've actually ordered again since, and I'll probably order again because I am taking so many baths just with pregnancy aches and pains, and it's honestly the highlight of my everyday. But I'm loving their bath salts. So these are the jasmine bath salts, my absolute favorite. Basin is, I think, only now located at Disney Springs in Florida, at Disney World. Oh my god, it smells so good. But they do have online, so all of their stuff has smelled so good. It smells really close to what it's described as, so it's not like, it shouldn't be too scary to order online. I really haven't been disappointed with any bath bombs, except one was a little too earthy for me. But take it from me, if you like floral jasmine, you will love this. It smells so good. It says to just put 2 capfuls in the bath. Makes it smell incredible. But my 2 favorites are the jasmine and then the pink sugar, which I just said Lush is too like sickeningly sweet for me, but this smells so good. It smells like cotton candy, and I just am obsessed. So, and then my favorite bath bomb, which I ordered like literally 7 whenever I place an order, is the Serenity bath bomb. It smells like Packkkk flower, which I think I'm saying that right, I'm not entirely sure, but it smells literally so relaxing and floral and just beautiful, and it's just the best every time. And it's purple, it fizzes out all nice and lavender. These fizz a little bit more than Lush. Well, that depends. Lush has all different kinds of bath bombs, but these are very fizzy in my opinion. And it's so beautiful and so nice, and I love this one. So I also love the pink sugar bath bomb though. I didn't have any of those to show you. I used them all up. And the basin ones have very simple ingredients, which is cool too. So yeah, I will have these things linked down below. Of course, I'll have everything linked down below. But okay, I think I literally just filmed for an hour. My acid throat is dying from it, but that's okay. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope, I don't know, you found something you wanted to try. You enjoyed my stories about poop. I just hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'll have everything linked down below, including the Ana Luisa link. And yeah, I'll be back soon. Let me know if you guys want that maternity haul. I need to film an empties. I don't know if the garden video is already up. I have been slacking on editing it. It's either up already or will be up next. So yeah, we're doing vlogs. I'll just see it in the next video. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.